Are you sure they're comfortable? Can you see?
I was a bit much.
It's been a very productive day. I was able to film a video for my beauty channel. Right now I'm just prepping for Ayla's birthday because it's in about a week's time. So the theme, and I haven't told you guys already, the theme is going to be sort of like a tropical theme. I'm making these floral bobby pins so the guests could put it in their hair. Previously, I was doing it like this. Instead, I took it apart, and when you take it apart, you lose the plastic bits. But then what happens is I pierce this through, so it doesn't look so great like this now, but when it's on the hair, it looks better. It's easier to clip. So this will hang from the ceiling. I realize how lucky the kids are. Like back in our days, like we never had parties. We were lucky if our parents fed us food on the table. Morning! So yesterday, Tim left the house so I could focus on working. And then he comes back and I'm like, oh, where'd you guys go today? And he was like, I went shopping in the sales. And I was like, oh, sales shopping? That's different. So I asked him, like, where did you go? And he says, Poundland was having a 50% off. As if it's not affordable enough. Was it great? He came home with the most random stuff. Socks, goggles, blue tack, duct tape. I cut his hair today. Actually, I think it doesn't look bad at all. Part of the items that Tim picked up from the pawn shop sale were these goggles. But it don't fit Isaac too well. Decided to try it out yesterday while he was taking a bath. He could barely open his eyes. And then Tim was like, are they comfortable? And he was like, yes, Daddy, so comfortable. Are you sure they're comfortable? Can you see? I'm in my own home getting my hair done. This is awesome. This is the finished look. I feel so much lighter. Thank you so much, Tanya. I love it. I don't really like to put styling products in my hair, but she pretty much just thinned it out for me. For a while, I just had like choppy hair because I was in, but it just got too much. Took the longest time to dry. I'm feeling pretty good with some layers. I feel so much more comfortable. Thank you so much, Tanya. Tanya just happens to be one of my girlfriend's sister-in-laws. I asked my girlfriend if they knew a good salon to go to, and they recommended Tanya because my girlfriends have awesome hair. And I was like, cool, what salon does she work in? And she was like, oh, she kind of does mobile hairdressing now. And I was like, what's that? They told me Tanya will come to me. And I was like, what?
We all judge each other. But even though we all do it, that's not an excuse. Judging is still one of the most hurtful, spiteful impulses we own, and our judgments keep us from building a stronger tribe.
Today's vlog is sponsored by our friends at Audible. And I'm really excited because if you guys don't know already, I've always been a bit of a bookworm. Since I am a full-time working at home mom, my two kids just keep me on my toes. And even if I do find the time to do some reading, honestly, I just feel like I'm too tired to keep my eyes open. I've just been so grateful for Audible because I am still able to listen to my favorite books while my hands are full. Usually I like to listen to audiobooks while I'm folding laundry, while I'm changing the duvet, doing the dishes, but my favorite is when I'm laying in bed and I have my little back massager and I just lay there, listen, and drift off to sleep. The audiobook that I want to share with you guys is called Girl Wash Your Face, and it's basically about stop believing the lies about yourself so you can become the person you were meant to be. I discovered author Rachel Hollis years ago on an Instagram post that went viral, and when I found out she wrote a book, I just knew I had to read it. And this girl is everything about empowering women, and she just happens to be a mom as well. So wholeheartedly recommend Audible and the book itself, especially if you guys are busy bees like myself. So if you guys are interested, you can visit audible.com/Bubzvlogz or text Bubzvlogz to 500 to get one free audiobook at a 30-day free trial. If you are a Amazon Prime member like myself, you get 3 months of Audible for $4.95 for the first 3 months. That's like getting 3 for the price of 1. We are off to a wedding. We have so many weddings. I think we've got like 3 in the next month.
This month.
I only realized yesterday that Tim and I's 5-year anniversary is going to be spent in a wedding as well. Oh my word, this is the prettiest venue ever. It's so whimsical. We just enjoyed a great cup of tea. Tim is having a blast with his church youth friends. How beautiful. I'm just looking outside. So gorgeous. This has to be one of the prettiest wedding venues I've ever been to. Good morning, everyone. Apologize for looking bleh today. Last night's wedding was really fun. It's been a while since Tim got to see his church youth again, so I was just designated driver, so we got back a little late. Isaac woke up crying from a bad dream, and then afterwards, later, he wet the bed, so quite a broken night of sleep, really. Here in Sainsbury's because we're picking up party supplies for tomorrow, just some last minute stuff. Can you believe Ayla's won? She's that many. What about this one, Lala?
Who's she talking?
Cloves times 2 is 4.
Mommy, talking.
Pineapple.
Isaac, who am I talking to?
Got into the food.
Mommy's talking to the food.
Into the food.
Is mommy silly? Who talks to the food? Do you talk to the food, Isaac?
No, just mommy.
Just mommy. Is mommy silly?
Yeah.
Anyway, so last night I was just a little emotional. It all started off with me sharing the shades that I was getting for the Cosmetics True Gloss, and then I don't know why, I just thought I'm gonna share why I want to support Cosmetics. I mean, I've tried her liquid lipsticks and they're beautiful, so I just knew that her glosses would be great, but for the most part, it goes down to I wanted to support Michelle. Before, I never really shared this with you guys, and it's very personal to me, but basically maybe 4 years ago, when I was going through one of the hardest periods of my life, Michelle, she invited me to go to Generation Beauty. I've never really been that big on conventions, as you guys know, but I was just at a very hurtful time of my life. I just thought maybe I just needed to leave the country, get some mind space. It was almost as if I used Bub's Beauty as a cape. So off to LA I went, and I remember being backstage or in the green room, and Michelle was there, and she was talking to like a team of people who I guess were running the convention. So yeah, she saw me and she came over to say hi. And you know, it's just casual. She was like, oh, you know, come eat some food. And I was like, oh, thanks. Michelle and I often used to tweet each other and maybe comment on each other's videos, but we've never been the closest. As much as I've respected her, looked up to her, and been inspired by her, we just never really hung out. I think prior to seeing her at Beauty Gen, I've probably seen her like, I said a handful of times in my Instagram story, but realistically maybe once or twice. It's all kind of a blur now, but I remember her asking, how has things been? And the really weird thing is, I remember anybody else, I would say, yeah, I'm great, I'm doing fine. I think for some reason in that moment I hesitated, and hence Michelle was unsure, and she was like, are you sure you're okay? And then Michelle suddenly took my arm and she led me to the floor, and I think we sat on some plank of wood or something. I don't know why I just completely broke down in her arms. Like I say, I don't know this girl very well. I knew as much about her as everybody else because of what she shared, but on a personal level, I didn't know much about her, but I broke down. I can't exactly remember what was said, but I remember how she made me feel. And I just remember her hugging me, and because she was so close to me, and she was looking right into my eyes. Part of me was really embarrassed to be crying in a convention. I'm supposed to be here for work, but here I was like crying with Michelle. But I actually felt really safe. I can remember how calm she was, and she told me I was gonna be okay. And for whatever reason, like I said, maybe because I was so close to her and I was able to really look into her eyes, I just felt there was so much love, and she was so genuine, and she wasn't just saying it. I cannot tell you how good it felt to just let myself be honest with my emotions. For the longest time, I was telling people I was okay. I was reassuring people. I'm just used to being the one to reassure people, and being able to just let myself be vulnerable and raw was actually the very thing that I needed. I thought I could run away from my problems being in LA, and I guess in that moment I was able to just face it in all honesty. That night I spent hours crying in my hotel room, but it was a different type of crying, whereas before I guess I pitied myself a lot, but with that glimmer of hope that was in Michelle's eyes, I really held on to that. I pretty much told myself I've let that bus drag me for so long, and that's it. You know, I'm done being a victim. I'm gonna drive that bus instead in victory. In every hardship, there is hope, and in every suffering, there is love. And so I didn't want to focus on myself. It made me realize the world is much bigger than my problems. I wanted to reach out. It was probably just about maybe 5-10 minutes I got to talk to Michelle. We've never hung out like friends, but I'm really grateful for it because it was really real. It's been really nice meeting so many YouTubers around the world. But I guess those 5-10 minutes with Michelle felt more real than any of the other experiences. So of course, years and years later, things are much better, and I'm grateful. But I will never ever forget that Michelle was here. She was here during my highest to inspire me, and she was here to lift me during my lowest. I shared it on Instagram, and I'm going to share it with you guys today, because if you guys can take any way from my story, it's to listen and be kind. You never know how much that could mean for somebody. There is a reason for every person you encounter in life. You could become a blessing to them. For the people who are unkind and come into your life, who speak judgmental and unkind things to you, they're here as a lesson.